Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Santa's Christmas Elf named Calvin, 1971. I'm giving this one out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. This is going to be another Barry Mahon kids movie. Towards the latter part of his career, he really went out with a putter. This one in the Wonderful Land of Oz. Another lame kids movie. Barry Mahon is the Justin French of the late 50s, 60s, and early 70s. He makes Ed Wood look like a brilliant cinematic genius. In the last video, I misspoke. I said that this was going to be a claymation movie. When I actually started watching it, it's nothing but still photography with some lady narrating in Christmas rhymes. And so Calvin's this elf. He's rather carefree and clumsy. Keeps messing up the toys in Santa's little gift shop. And so he gets fired by his boss, Hemlick, or something like that. And Calvin gets all upset. He starts pretending to play on the sleigh. The reindeer think it's Santa Claus on the sleigh, so they go flying around with Calvin. Somehow Calvin maneuvers them back to Santa's house, and he hides in the gift bag. And Santa, all tired from delivering to hundreds of houses, hundreds, not millions. I don't get it. There must be very few good girls and boys in the world if he only goes to hundreds of houses in the entire world and he's done. But how could you do how could you even do hundreds of houses in one day? And Cinema Snob reviewed this back when it wasn't even on IMDb. Now they finally put it back up on IMDb and gets a 2.2 rating, which I think is worse than Troll 2, but about the same as The Wonderful Land of Oz, I guess. And not too many people rated it, I might add. Probably it has 36 ratings total. So obscure little flick. It's available on YouTube, but I'm not going to post it in the description box. You can search for it if you want to torture yourself like I did. I had to keep scrolling back and listening to Calvin's whiny little voice, because if you're easily distracted, the story is hard to miss. And of course the dialogue is inane, it being a very Mahon movie. So a lot of the story doesn't make much sense, but anyways, Calvin ends up underneath some girl Kim's Christmas tree. She's delighted that he's a real elf, so she starts feeding him with her mother's encouragement of her vivid imagination. And he takes Calvin to the playground where the kids are teasing him. Uh, the Heimlich guy does some detective work, and he discovers the "You're fired" slip in Santa's gift bag. So he deduces that Calvin must have been left in somebody's Christmas tree as a gift by mistake. So Santa goes back there to look for Calvin. He finds Calvin being teased by a bunch of kids. Ooh, look at that ugly doll, that kind of thing. And then these two older bully kids force Calvin to fly around on a remote control plane. Calvin pulls on a string. I don't know where he got the string, but he's able to glide the plane with the string back to Kim's house. And that's about the end of the movie. I think I don't want to spoil the ending, but that was tough to sit through. Even worse than The Wonderful Land of Oz, because at least I think Cinema Snob nailed it when he said that at least other movies have motion. This film is just a bunch of still photography. It's like watching a Justin French movie, Frozen Flesh, or I think he made a couple other ones, but anyways, pretty horrible. Definitely one of the worst movies that I've ever seen. Not as bad as Godard, communist Maoist movie, whatever that one was called. I don't remember, but this one is close to second worst of all time, in my opinion. So, yeah, if you want to torture yourself, I guess you could watch the 15-hour Andy Warhol still cinematography of the Chrysler Building for 15 hours. That might be worse than this one, or even the Godard film, but yeah, this movie was pure torture. At least the sound was a little better than The Wonderful World of Oz, but anyways, that's the end of my review. I guess I'll watch some David F. Friedman stuff. I left right before the mailman showed up, so I didn't get to watch any of the U.S. Marshal, Cahill, John Wayne Western with Neville Brand. Plays Native, I think. But I did watch the trailer, so that was kind of interesting. I'll be looking forward to seeing Neville Brand. I haven't seen him since Laredo television show DVDs. That might have been last year. I don't remember. It's been a while. But probably watch that one next. Watch a little bit of David F. Friedman. And that's in my movie review. Laters.